Rieley. I'm a principal cutter here at A Morning of 11. This is my model, Stefania. Today we are going to do a loose, razored, mid-length shape. And I kind of like where her length is falling, so I'm not going to mess with that too much. I am, however, going to manipulate her weight. It's a little heavy on the bottom, so I'm going to kind of loosen this up without over-layering it. And it'll be good. Let's get you shampooed. So she kind of flip-flops her part back and forth. Mostly wears it in the center, so I'm going to cut it from the center. I'm going to prep her hair with a little royal blowout for some slip and salt spray at the root, give us a little height. A little edit, salt spray.
I use that a lot actually.
Oh, really? So because I want to loosen all of this up, I'm going to deep point cut this whole haircut and elevate as I do that, just to create a little extra softness. So I'll kind of get my line in and then come back and break it up a little bit, elevate, and really get my scissors in there and break it up. And when we comb this back down a natural fall, it'll be nice and loose. And I'm changing the angle of my scissors into the hair every time. You know, you don't want to go against the hair, otherwise you're going to get a square cut and take more length off. Working up the head in diagonal forward sections. So now I'm going to elevate this next section just above natural fall and deep point cut. Doesn't matter if your line's not 100% perfect. And I decided to create my perimeter with scissors, but I am going to go back in with a razor and kind of release some weight and slightly layer. So I'm going to soften her front corners just a hair by keeping her forward grad low. So I'm just going to basically stick my scissors in and come right back out to maintain that corner, but allow it to open up slightly. And when she flip-flops it, that stuff will appear to be shorter. So now I'm going to switch to my razor. And basically my thought process on this is, first I want to create negative space and see what the hair gives me, and then I will come back in and etch some stuff off to create a low layer. But I'm not going to go in off the bat and put in these short layers. I want this to move, but I don't want it to be mullety. No. No mullets.
I'm glad that's what you want.
So when you're putting in this negative space with a razor, you want to think about the sections that you're putting in and what it's going to do for you. If you come in vertically like this, you're going to create this internal layering that releases weight everywhere. If you come in horizontally, you're going to get negative space in these lines down here. You know, if you come in diagonal forward, you're going to get negative space coming close to the face. So first I'm going to come in vertically and see what that does, and then we can come back in horizontally and tweak it. So I just put a fresh blade on my razor. I change my razor almost every haircut. What I'm going to do is kind of just lightly dust this stuff to create some separation. I am not thinning, I'm putting in separation. Readjust, come back down. I tend to push the hair forward to see where it gives. If you hit the section any higher than this bend, it's gonna frizz. So I always stay just below that bend. And I want this to look like an inversion, so even though I'm not layering and just putting in separation, I'm still inverting to the previous section to make sure I don't get any square lines through the haircut, any patterns, square patterns. Break this up horizontally real quick. It's still a little heavy on the bottom. And then I'll go ahead and dry this off and then do all the fun stuff and get to the detailing. So I don't want to kill this texture that the razor put in by overdoing it with the scissors. And I like how this is moving. I like how light it looks. So now I'm just going to like visually carve out, kind of C-curve some spots that look a little heavy. And now I can kind of pick some stuff up, elevate it, and etch off the ends to create a surface layer. But other than that, I'm not going to do a whole lot with scissors. So, and because she's going to wear her hair wavy and kind of scrunch and go, this technique of C-curving in to the curl is good for girls that low maintenance, have a little wave to their hair. It's going to encourage this stuff to kick a little more. Be pretty aggressive. You can't just like hit the ends down here and expect it to do anything. You have to kind of start a little higher and really take some meat out of these guys for them to kick and be light. This wavy hair needs all the negative space in the world, so don't be afraid to get in there. So I want to make sure that the density, is consistent everywhere through the haircut. So what I'm looking for is the negative space that we created here versus back here. And what I'm breaking through are these big chunks that you can't see through, basically. So I just kind of like open the hair, see what looks heavy, see what's making it too dense, and slice through it, make it look pretty. And as we elevate and C-curve into this, we're etching off little layers, which is exactly why we don't overdo it with the wet cut.
remember being able to be like, oh, this is what I want. So you're like, what do you want?
Love it.
Love it too.
So grab your barrel, spin around. Alright, you guys, this is my finished razored one leg. Finished with a little C-curve dry detailing. Thanks for looking.
So.